Hey, I hope y'all are doing okay. If not, well, I hope I'll be able to give you a serotonin boost. Anyway, it's been a while since my February comeback review video, and today I'll be doing a March review, since March is over and done with and April's here. I know I should be doing more commentaries, and I promise I will, as soon as I manage to gather some ideas. Until then, I hope you enjoy this. As always, I won't cover all the comebacks, releases, etc. that came out in March, so I'll do my best to write my review down for the rest of them and link my script in the description so y'all can see it. For today, I decided to rate all the releases based on different categories instead of just blurting out my opinions. The different categories I decided to rate each release are hook as in how catchy it is, replayability as in the longevity of the songs, the production of the songs, the structure, and the album's B-sides. I won't waste any more time, so let's get into it. Did I predict WOODZ would save 2021 for us? Yes, I did. Did he though? Definitely. With Feel Like, he proved once again what an all-rounder soloist he is. His company really isn't doing him much justice, and it's really sad to say the least. From the guitar riffs in the chorus to the electric guitar visualizations in the music video, this song had all my favorite elements in a song merged into one. I haven't stopped listening to it since it came out, and honestly, its longevity looks beyond amazing. The music video makes me want to go back to it over and over again because of his style and distinct presence. Touché stays my most listened to song ever since its release, and Rebound just gets better the more I listen to it. Overall, there wasn't anything I could pick out that I didn't like in this comeback, so I'm going to rate it a solid 10. Stand Sunyeon before it's too late, y'all. Here are the individual ratings. Eyes on the ball lines. I wasn't at all vibing with WEEEKLY when they debuted with Tag Me, and even more so when they came back with Zigzag. Again, they weren't bad releases, I just didn't vibe with them. But there was just so much to say when After School came out. At first, it was the bass line that did it for me. It was present throughout the song and amplified the exuberance that the girls were trying to portray. Overall, I love how the song presents the youthful charisma of WEEEKLY in a not so quirky way. I never thought I'd actually genuinely enjoy a WEEEKLY release, let alone the full mini album. My favorite B-sides are Lucky and Yummy, both of them having listened to over 50 times over the past week. Honestly, I can see myself listening to After School a lot because I particularly enjoy the vibes and the style the song goes with. I would overall rate After School a good 9 out of 10. Here are the individual ratings. Ever since the member teasers came out, I just had a feeling that I would eat this debut up. This is probably one of the strongest rookie debuts so far. I had already seen their skills from the debut trailer, so I knew what I was in for, but Ponzona was way beyond what I expected. From the variety in the music video to the perfectly executed vocals, I seemed to enjoy this way better than I thought I would. I'd already acknowledged Can We Talk Against musical superiority, but Ponzona came out and proved itself as a superior rookie debut song. Yuki's rap in the middle blended so well with the vibe of the song, and it might as well be my favorite K-pop rap part. I thoroughly enjoyed the B-sides, especially the softer tracks Hello and Period. I also liked Skip Skip because it really said no skip. This debut album is so good, and I'm just generally excited to hear and see more from them. Overall, I rated this album a solid 8. Here are the individual ratings.
빛나는 것
좋다고 하든가 아니면 말든가 지금 정해도 올라와.
I'll just be honest, I'm a very casual listener of Pentagon and I enjoy a lot of their songs. They seem to have this special sound that I can associate with them and I enjoy it so much. But for some reason, I just didn't seem to click with this song. I mean, I like where it was going, a rather chill track as a refresher from the more intense tracks such as Dr. Baby and Daisy. I did give it quite a good listen and no matter how much I listened to it, I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to it. But for a nice frilly romantic song, it's not all that bad and depending on my mood, I'll listen through it. I won't go through all the tracks in the album because that would take a day, but my favorite tracks, the only tracks I fully enjoyed in the album were Tenzand and Sing a Song. Both of them portrays Pentagon's fresh and youthful side, but in a way that sounds very memorable. Although Do or Not is probably not for me, that wouldn't mean I wouldn't look up to Pentagon anymore. I hope they're able to show us more in their next comeback. Overall, this was rated a 6.5. Here are the individual ratings. Firstly, I'll address something. I didn't get why we needed to see a teaser for a performance video that literally gave away the whole song. Okay, rant time over. Besides that, I'm rest assured that Fireworks definitely is the best 80s style track so far. I've heard so many people talk about how it would have sounded better without the autotune, but I wouldn't kid myself. The autotune added a flair that sounded very typical of ATEEZ, and honestly it made the song sound better with every listen. This one, however, was definitely above all of the B-sides in the mini-album, and the heat-topping version wasn't as grandiose as it sounded. Otherwise, Time of Love is probably the only B-side from the album that I actually liked. Take Me Home closely following. The music video, however, could have been a bit better because I feel as though it was rushed and structured quite haphazardly. Overall, I rated it an 8.5 because I really liked where ATEEZ went with this. Here are the individual ratings. I wouldn't be lying if I said I went feral waiting for this comeback. I have a thing for girl group releases, especially songs with new disco influence. That's right, they managed to incorporate new disco in the chorus of a perfectly typical house song, and I'm obsessed. This had such good production and layering, and beyond that, they just nailed that music video to the ground. I feel like Neverland as an album was just more well-rounded than this release, but Unnatural the album didn't disappoint or dissatisfy me to a T. In fact, I might just prefer Unnatural to Butterfly at this point. The pre-chorus incorporated elements of dissonance that I personally really enjoy when it comes to girl group releases. It gives off a mystical feeling, and I honestly couldn't ask for more. My favorite B-sides so far are Last Dance and Yalla, but as a ballad enthusiast, I'd have to put Rewind really high on that list. I feel like New Me is going to grow on me because of the chill R&B features, but otherwise this whole album was nothing short of what I typically expect of a WJSN comeback. The music video was honestly great and followed the trend of a music video that I would associate with the girls. The blend of different styles made me enjoy this comeback even more. Overall, I'd rate this comeback a good 10 because WJSN saved 2021. Here are the individual ratings. VERIVERY is one of my favorite groups and one of the only groups I've stan since debut. I think that it has a toll on how much I favor their songs, but Getaway was actually really groundbreaking. I didn't think this comeback would be that great because Min Chan's away, and honestly, I didn't feel anything from the teasers. But when it came out, I think it grew on me a lot. It was way better than GBTB and Thunder in my opinion, and it just seemed to get better the more I listened to it. The music video was very cohesive and well structured in my opinion, and the song melody was also really ear-catching. The B-side Numbness was a bit of a personal miss for me because the only part of that song that was actually listenable was the chorus. Hence and otherwise, I rated this release an 8 and I'm excited to see what VERIVERY has in store for us next. Here are the individual ratings. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed my bland, tasteless, boring opinions on some of the March comebacks. I tried to be as justifiable with my opinions as possible and tried to emulate my honest views on March 2021 releases. Just as the video is about to end, here are some other March releases I really liked.
You're my only Bambi Bambi 너와